Yeah.
Then part two of this issue is Microsoft has forgoed physical games. I believe Avowed had a physical case and it was a code inside of it. Even though digital is such a huge thing, even though rise and percentages of people purchasing their games digitally continues to go up year after year, there is still a segment. There's still a segment of gamers who prefer and want their games physical. And even though they'll say like, oh, it's just 15%, it's 20 Infamous. Okay, that 20%, the percent numbers sounds low, but that's millions of gamers that you are leaving money on the table by choosing not to release it physically. Even though, and then someone may argue, I'm sure someone will argue in the comments, well, it's released on PlayStation. You know, why don't PlayStation gamers buy it? You know, why don't they buy it and help support someone? Okay, again, yes, they don't have, PlayStation gamers don't have Game Pass. It is still a non-physical game. I know people, I know hardcore people who will not buy a non-physical game, or they'll wait till it's so significantly cheap on sale because of shit like this. It went bad in performance, so now it's $15. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it now because people want ownership. They want to own their games, even though you may say, "Oh, it's not ownership." Okay, we're not here to argue that, but there are people who are very fanatic about that because on the Xbox platform, you buy a digital game, they force you to take the update for it when it comes out. Microsoft's platform will not allow you to launch a game and there's an update for it unless you just take the console off fucking line. So that means no game chat, no playing around, your achievements don't unlock, all that. All right, now you kick it over to PlayStation. Okay, yeah, you could purchase it digitally, etc. But at the same time, hey, it's digital. You don't own that. It's a license. That is problematic.
Mm-hmm.
And while people will argue, give it the times, old man, grandpa, hey, I'm telling you the truth. It's the reason why a few years ago, get off subject here real quick, Capcom in I think it was a sales financial call or whatnot, they were talking about how their games physically, the segment for it is dwindling. You know, more and more people buying this, but it was like, hey, we will not leave that market behind because they're still buying games. They're still buying games. You are still making money, even if it's just 50 million to the hundreds of million you made digitally. Hey, that's still money in your pocket that Microsoft is refusing to cater to. It's baffling because people will say, "Oh, you know how much money it takes for the disc, etc." My guy, it takes pennies on a dollar to make a Blu-ray disc, and Microsoft is just being lazy. But Microsoft, hey, you know what? We're gonna eliminate that. There's no fucking physical release at all. They continuously believe that if we just circumvent all this shit and push Game Pass, oh, you know, we'll get their money. Well, consumers and gamers have spoke out loud. They don't want to be charged $30 every fucking month. They left in droves. I know a buddy right now who, for the holiday, he was like, hey, buy me a month of Game Pass. I'm gonna go on vacation for 2 weeks. You know, I'm gonna catch up and do my thing and cancel it. And then there's even a so-called hack where if you cancel your Game Pass early enough, they refund you the fucking money. So you got both games and played them for free.
Damn.
This is a
What the fuck
huge,
is that?
yes, it is a huge gross misoversight. They met. I don't know if Microsoft caught on to that yet. You know, don't quote me. I'm telling you what I was told. But that is a huge gross misoversight. And Microsoft, they just don't care. They're just like, hey, you know, we're a publisher now. Our product goes everywhere because we want everyone to buy and play it. Hey, that's fine. Then cater to all audiences. I'm going to squash this myth right here before we move this on. Because there's going to be someone who says, oh, PlayStation games, you know, it's just a license key and you have to download them. That's fucking wrong. That's false. That is a false media narrative. And you can look the numbers up. Over 90% of PS5 games are all on the disc. There is a website called, I think, Does It Play? They break down games based off of whether it is all on the disc or you need an update. And I'm telling you now, PlayStation games on disc are all there. Majority of them, you don't need an internet connection to play. You don't need an update. Do not listen to the narrative of all the discs, they're just disc keys. No, they're telling you that to make you buy it digitally so that they control it. Hell, you're going to hear me say some shit that's controversial. It is fucking Nintendo makes physical games. They make their shit physical on the fucking cart. You know why? Because even though Nintendo is greedy, don't give a shit, and is nostalgic, money-hungry hustlers, they know there's money out there, and someone is going to spend it if we put our games all on the cart. That's why they're underperforming. And that's it for this video. of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time,
Are you not entertained?